buy that for $1.
Welcome back to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Pickups. This is a $1 pickup video. It has been a while since I posted a dollar pickup video, but it has taken me a while to find some dollar buys. So all of these items were not accumulated at the same time. I've kind of been collecting these over the last couple months, and once I had 4 items, I decided to make a video. So we're going to jump right into this, and the first item that I'm going to share with you is a Father's Baseball coin. And as you can see, the $1 price sticker on there. I actually picked this up at a card show. And Fathers of Baseball is the original founders of the game. And on the inside is a coin of Albert Spalding. And I don't know much about coins, so it says face value $5. I don't have any clue if that's the case, but Albert Spalding was a star pitcher for Boston. He was one of the very first, I believe, people to be a big star in baseball. Here's kind of like a short biography on him included in this little item. There's his picture on the back, and I have never seen one of these before, and this, like I said, was on a dollar table at a card show, and I took a stab at it and bought it. I don't know anything about these coins, but I know there's a good friend of mine here on YouTube that collects coins, so maybe he can chime in on this one. And if he's a big coin collector, this might be something that he might be interested in starting to collect. I don't know if you knew these existed or not, so if you know anything about these, let me know. So that's the first item. Sorry about the glare there. This next thing, this was kind of just a throw-in thing. This is nothing special, but I was at a flea market at a storage locker, and they're cleaning out their storage locker. I, immediately went and saw this on their table. I lifted it up. They're all open. I'm like, oh, crap. They're not sealed. What's the fun of that? And the lady's like, if you can have them for $1 if you want them. And I said, well, you know what? Why not for $1? So these are 94 Topps football. Again, nothing special, but I'm not going to go through all these by any stretch of the imagination here. Getting a little blurry there, but I thought these might be good for some TTMs, in the future as a junior Seau. But I thought I'd take them for $1 and go through them, and one day when I get bored, I will sort through them and see if there's anybody worth writing TTM out of the 94 Topps set. In the meantime, I'm probably just going to leave them right in this box and not really worry about them until I get around to it. So again, not a super buy by any means, but for $1, why not? Okay, now this next items I should say, these were actually 50 cents a piece, so they equal the $1 together. I stopped at a half-price bookstore, and as you can see, they're 50 cents, and the names are already blacked out on here. But this is 2 issues of Sports Illustrated Kids. Okay, and if you aren't aware, Sports Illustrated Kids have trading cards in the middle, and hopefully I can zoom in on this one a little bit better. But this issue in particular had a Otani card in it, and being it's Otani Mania this past year, I thought this was a good buy. Now, if you look down here at the bottom, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a slight ding, of course, on the Otani card. They had 2 more issues like this there, but the Otani card, as you can see, this rip down here at the bottom was actually ripped through the card, and this was the best of the 3. And it's a little damaged on the bottom, but not really damaged, where the other 2 had a tear right through here. And the only thing I can think of is the post office, when it went through their machine, must have ripped each issue as it went through there, right at that spot, naturally where the Otani card is. Now this other issue with Zion Williamson on the cover, sorry, I should actually show you the cover, has some cards in it as well. I don't think there's anything too special in here. Yeah, there's no Otani, but there's a few cards in. Sorry about the blurriness there, but as you can see, these cards aren't quite the ilk of having the Otani. So I just bought that issue because it made $1 basically. Unfortunately, like I said, the other Otani issues had a tear in the card, so I left them there. But if you guys, one advice that I do give to you is if you ever go to libraries and such, or half-price books, if you guys have them where you live, check them out, because they're usually like 50 cents or free. I mean, and these have trading cards in them, and the cards aren't worth much, but, if you're a TTM collector like myself, sometimes that gives you a card that you can send through the mail if you don't have something, to send. So, moving on to the last item. This is probably one of my favorite items, as I'm going to use these for future TTM purposes, hopefully. So we'll be seeing these in the future. And what these are is a stack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, of comic books of NASCAR legends. Or legends of NASCAR, I should say. But as you can see, this is a Bobby Allison issue. And if you open it up, it's a comic book starring Bobby Allison. And there's some inserts on the inside. You can order some 8x10s. NASCAR, Bill Elliott's NASCAR video game advertisement. There's the schedule for 1991 NASCAR Championship. So anyways, you get the idea. Bobby Allison is what I got. I got a Richard Petty issue. So I'm probably going to send that through the mail, hopefully, and get that signed. And 2 Ernie Irvan issues. 1 and 2. 1 Sterling Marlin issue. And 1 Mark Martin issue. So, again, hopefully I can get some of these signed in the near future. I'm going to, send them probably through the mail. I still have yet to get to Mark Martin's museum down in Arkansas. If I ever do, I might bring the camera with me and do some recording. But I'm hoping sometime maybe to catch up to Mark at the museum and get that signed in person, along with some other things. So there's some comic books. Only paid 50 cents a piece, so they came out to $1, when I bought 2 of them. So I got those for 50 cents a piece. The Sports Illustrated Kids were 50 cents a piece with the Otani rookie. The box of already open 94 football. And probably my favorite find was the Fathers of Baseball coin, or Father of Baseball, I guess we should say, coin with Albert Spalding. So, thanks for joining me for another episode. I hope you enjoyed this. This was kind of some different items, kind of a hodgepodge mixture of stuff. Kind of covered a lot of sports there. So look forward to seeing your comments below, and thank you for joining me for another episode of $1 Pickups.